Hello everyone, this isn't my usual type of video, but I need to address the toxicity in the Baldur's Gate 3 modding community because it's getting a little bit out of hand. This isn't directed towards anyone that makes mods, it's more so the people that are complaining about them and complaining about console mod drops because it's just getting crazy. Now, previously I did do a video on this, so whenever patch 8 dropped, because patch 8, a new patch, ended up breaking some mods, and this led to mod creators getting threatened and harassed over Baldur's Gate 3 mods, which is crazy. I saw some of the messages and they were disgusting, and this actually led to some mod creators no longer working on Baldur's Gate 3 mods. I mean, why would you whenever you put hundreds of hours into creating a free mod for people to enjoy, and all you hear is complaints? I would quit too. Now, unfortunately, I was on the receiving end of this yesterday. Someone sent me a Reddit post. I made a video on the console mod drop, as I usually do, where I showcase them, timestamp them, let you know what mods are worth the 100 mod download limit. And the comments on that Reddit post were just downright disgusting. They were attacking me as a person, calling me a pathetic. I won't even get into the language that was used because it was just ridiculous. And I asked the poster on Reddit if they would be able to remove it. They ended up removing it because it was just downright gross how people were talking about me for just making a video. Now, I unfortunately had to delete a lot of comments on yesterday's video because there's a lot of people attacking me, attacking Larian, attacking mod authors, which I'll be getting into all that here. But just wanted to show you a little sneak peek of some of the comments because it's actually kind of ridiculous. Like, this person here was freaking out. I did have to redact some of the information because they don't have a mod that enables achievements, which is kind of obvious. No other game out there of any sort allows you to get achievements while using mods unless you're on PC and using another mod for that. So consoles, typically that's never a thing. Yeah, this person was upset with the mods, and should I bend over and download every single mod like a good boy and thank Daddy Larian for blessing us, blah blah blah, because I'm sorry I don't like. This is insane, the amount of comments that I received that were like this. People calling me a communist for some reason for liking mods. Like, I was actually really excited about yesterday's console mod drop. I know some people didn't share that excitement, but ridiculous that I would get like the amount of name calling. Someone dropped my IP address. I don't think that was correct, but obviously I removed that really quickly. It was just absurd the amount of hate that was going towards yesterday's console mod drop. This is something I talk about on stream from time to time, but I do remove and delete comments if they're like obviously not related to the video itself or if they're just downright hateful, because I'm a positive person. I like to look at the world, a glass half full type mentality, try to be positive about gaming, because games are meant to be fun at the end of the day. You're supposed to get enjoyment out of them. And this is a free service, getting mods in Baldur's Gate 3. Like, as I mentioned, the mod authors put hundreds of hours into creating these mods for people to enjoy, and people just are very entitled and obnoxious about it, unfortunately. But I typically go through and delete a lot of the negative comments, and if there's someone that's consistently like 3 strikes, I usually end up just hiding them from the channel altogether, just because there's no need for that kind of negativity over something like this. So some people think that it's not really that bad, but I'm typically quick. I check my comments frequently, and I'm always responding to comments. Like, I get sometimes a few hundred comments on a console mod drop. I'm always trying to help people out and be as supportive as possible to make them enjoy the mods a little bit more, and that involves me deleting a lot of the negative, toxic ones, because I just don't like to let that fly. I'm not even sure if it's rage bait at this point, because some people get extremely angry over it, but I saw this meme earlier today and I thought it was funny. No more rage baiting around me, please. Let's try joy baiting and maybe even love baiting. Yeah, we need more positivity in mods, and that's kind of the reason I want to make this video, is because there's a lot of negativity out there, but you should go out and thank a mod creator for making some amazing work out there, because they don't get thanked enough, and it shows. If you go on Mod.io, the page that hosts the mods, and go through the comments, you're going to see a lot of annoying things and probably upset you. And I even see my name getting dropped in the comments often, as I obviously talk about mods in my videos, and whenever people have issues with them, they start freaking out. But this is enough about me. I also want to talk about Larian and how people get angry at them. Now, I'll show you something. PlayStation 5, Skyrim. This is like one of the considered best experiences for modding on console. You get on PlayStation recolors of base game items. You get recolors, pretty much just similar assets. Like, you get the same stuff. There's some minor changes, and now actually it seems like Bethesda's doing less moderation on what's getting added to console. But still, if you played on console of PlayStation 5 in particular, the mods were pretty poor on PlayStation. I know that Xbox did get a lot of different mods, and they get the similar ones to PC, so that's a little bit different. People that play on Xbox think that Skyrim was great, and yes, it was, but with Baldur's Gate 3, Larian is testing and approving these mods. Now, I still get comments where people say that Larian doesn't allow external assets, but there's a ton of mods that are on console that use external assets, like this dress that I'm currently have on my character there. So Larian is going through testing and making sure that these mods work properly. And they're spending money, obviously, on their staff to be able to go through and do this. So Larian is eating a cost and making sure that this is smooth for people on console. And also the mod creators putting their hundreds of hours into making these mods. So I just want a little shout out to Larian for actually doing this, because this is great for those that are on PlayStation. This is honestly the best PlayStation 5 players have for modding on consoles. So it's just something that should be recognized and not hated on. I see a lot of people getting angry at Larian being like, whoa, this mod messed up my game. Well, modding has an inherent risk. And I've always talked about that in my videos. Like, whenever you download a mod, it's not 100% guaranteed to work as fine as the base game. Even the base game has bugs and issues that pop up. And I guess that's common across the board for any large sandbox game. Like Skyrim itself has tons of issues, and yeah, people do obviously have mods that kind of fix that, but Larry goes through and tests and improves these mods, spending tons of money and hours on actually making sure that this can work great for people. And I would say it's actually pretty fine. I've put hundreds of hours into Baldur's Gate 3 on my PlayStation with mods and never had any issues really myself. I see a lot of people hating on Larian, and I just don't think it's right, because there's just people not considering how much time and effort they're putting into making sure that this works properly when they don't have to do this. This game sells like hotcakes. It doesn't need mods to be able to sell, but they're just doing this for that so that people have more fun with the game, and that's exactly what modding is all about. Again, this isn't directed at most people that like watch my videos. It's just the loud minority of people that are angry over any time there's mod drops or console mods that they don't like. And I guess back to that point about Larian is, some people complain about like dice skin mods. That was commonly the first thing that people complain a bunch about, or different cheat mods that are similar to some other mods that they may have. The reason that these come so commonly is because they take the least amount of time to test. So obviously they're going to come through a bit quicker, and there's going to be a higher volume of them, just because it may take like 5 minutes to test one of these versus a new class mod that has quest lines in it and things like that that go all the way through the acts, where they have to pretty much play the full game to test it all out. So just give a kind of the back end of what happens with the mods and the approval process. They have to test and make sure that there's no bugs and issues, and there still may be some issues here and there, just in the inherent risk you have with mods. Now, if you go on mod.io at any time and go through any mod and check the comments, which you can just easily do by clicking on the mod, and then I guess some of them remove the comments, and I don't blame them for removing the comments because it gets ridiculous. If you go to the discussion tab, there's oftentimes some pretty angry stuff there. Now, it makes sense to say, hey, I had a bug with this area of the game, and just so you know, kind of deal, like a bug report. There's been a lot, and I talk to mod creators daily about this, and they get some of the nastiest messages from people. It's actually absurd. I get some Discord DMs, and I'm not super like an active person on Discord. Whenever I check my inbox, there's oftentimes like some not so nice messages, because I do talk about mods and people have issues with them, but people are driving mod creators away from making more mods, and that's going to be a problem, I guess, for the longevity of the game. If some of the biggest and greatest mod authors just think it's not worth their time anymore, which is likely going to happen if this continues on with some of the negativity and toxicity, because I do see a lot of the messages from mod authors themselves. There's going to be less mod authors making mods for this game, unfortunately, which is just a turnout that happens whenever people are very toxic about it. So I guess what was the point of this whole video? I just wanted to show kind of the back end of things. There's a lot of negativity, unfortunately, out there. So I just want to inspire anyone to put a little bit more positivity out there for mod authors. If you enjoyed a mod, go endorse it on Nexus or on mod.io, leave a positive comment. Thank the mod authors for putting in all the hard work that they do, because as I mentioned, some hundreds of hours, thousands of hours. Like, I know mod creators that have over 1,000 hours in the toolkit alone. That's time that they could have spent doing anything else, but they wanted to help make the game more fun for people. And when they receive those negative comments and people just being mean, it's no fun for them. So again, just put a little positivity out there. That's kind of the point of this video. I just saw a lot of negativity yesterday, and I had to address it, since it's just, there's no one else out there talking about this kind of stuff. So think of your favorite mods. Maybe go leave a positive comment on their mod.io page, or thank them or something like that, because they put in lots of effort to make these things great for us to enjoy. So yeah, just wanted to make this video on this. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Have a great day, and we'll catch y'all in the next video.